Where and when can we plug in business do-overs? We're going to chat about this. Stick around. Hey, everybody. Jeff Mason with SimpleBiz360 podcast and SimpleBiz360.com coming to you from St. Louis, Half Coast Studios, where Matt Parker is working the boards today, and we are actually recording our audiobook here, which should be out about September. That's the audiobook to SimpleBiz360 Timeless Business Tools, which is on Amazon. So we got plenty of great reviews on it. It's been out for a couple of years. It's really our tool book and really the epicenter of where we get a lot of the concepts from for this weekly show that looks at overlooked and ignored business principles rooted in common sense. So our ticket to ride is free. You don't have to pay anything. We're not selling anything. Just come, you subscribe if you want. We're on YouTube, IGTV, Gab TV. You can subscribe on YouTube by just going to, if you're looking at it right now on YouTube visually, you can go on that little pinwheel in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, hover your cursor over it. That'll take you to subscription. We're on 28 listening platforms. So when you get into the podcast world audio style, then, iHeart, Pandora, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, we're on all those. And we certainly love a 5-star review if we've earned one with you. If you could just take those few minutes out and go there and give that review, that would be something really, really cool. So we are going to talk today about do-overs. I mean, how do we capitalize on do-overs? Because we really, as business professionals, don't get a lot of opportunities to correct mistakes and redo business situations. However, we get a lot of opportunities to do over in terms of business tendencies. Some of the ways we treat employees or associates or customers or friends or even in our own personal life. We get the opportunity to do over like situations and handle them differently. So I'd really like to appeal to you as a business professional today, whether you're a manager, whether you're a corporate leader, whether you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, wherever you are in this mix, we have to interact with customers, vendors, associates, and people just in general to get our jobs done and get that invoice out and get paid for a good or get paid for a service that we provide. So we're going to just throw some things out for you to think of, because this is a mindset, doing things over, rebooting, doing things differently. It's that constant look of, where can we go to find ways to do these things differently. So, attitude towards workplace fun. I'm going to start there. I mean, how many of us, are we living to work or are we working to live? And so many times in those scenarios where we're living to work or leaders and managers are approaching the day that way, it seems like the fun in the workplace is just sucked out. I mean, we don't have to have a free-for-all where you're just doing whatever you want, but, to inject and invite and have some fun at the workplace, you're going to create better work experiences for your employees. And I will argue till the sun goes down that transfers over to better relationships and experiences that your customers have with that person who feels like they're, just working to live, and they're part of a machine and a company that approaches it the same way. So I just really urge you to think about that. Your attitude towards a spouse, even, same thing. You get a do-over with your attitudes with your spouse and your kids. What about praise? What about all those times you've missed the opportunity to give praise? What about all those times if I've never said to Half Coast Studios what a great job they do, and I never shouted that out before? How would they really feel? Jeff gets on here, he's on episode 130-something, and, guy never says how he feels about us. No, I do. I say it. They're great. They do a wonderful job. If you're ever in St. Louis and you need a podcast home or a team that can do it, these are the guys. And so, they do a great job, and I love working with them. Smile versus that expressionless, look. I mean, you can literally go to bed tonight. You can wake up tomorrow morning and you can go, you know what? I need to smile more. My employees, my customers, the people that come in our restaurant, they need to see us smile more. Let's be conscientious and deliberate about that. Not artificial, but, if you're happy inside, wear it on your face. Why not? Right? How about initiate rather than react? I mean, you've heard me talk about this a gazillion times, but really just think about it. What about you just saying, hey, how you doing? Welcome. How's your day going today? What do you guys got on tap for today? I mean, if I was a restaurant owner, I would love, and never have been, I would love to just say, hey, guys, you go around the table and say, hey, everything okay? You get your drinks and everything squared away? Yeah, anybody, you guys got some interesting stuff you're doing today? Oh, yeah, we're doing this. Oh, great. Well, I hope your family has a great time today. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate your business. Wow. What's that take? 35 seconds? And, longer, obviously, if they tell you they're going to the zoo or, wherever. But I mean, it's so, it's so cool to be able to dive into that type of initiation rather than just always being a reactionary person. So again, I'd throw that out. Showing interest in your employees' lives. Actually show interest in, what's going on in life. How are their relatives doing? How are they doing? How, what are they doing in their spare time? What are the interests? I mean, that goes a long way when you show a little bit about that. Start injecting reciprocity. If somebody's asking you something, be conscientious the fact that they've asked you something. Now you have an opportunity to say a like-minded or ask a like-minded question or make a like-minded comment back to them that is an open-ended question in essence and gets them to tell you about what they asked you to tell them, right? So we're just being reciprocal here. Start injecting some balance into life. You need to get this whole delineation between, do I live to work or do I work to live? Well, if you put some balance in there, even if you're a live to worker, you hopefully start working to live more. And that's really the balance of life. Life goes by too quick, as we all know. So why not, right? Recognize these do-over opportunities. They're all over. I mean, my book is epicentered on a do-over. I mean, I got a chance to do over how I did business the next morning, and I took the challenge and I rebooted how I did business the next morning, and I got myself on the right track, and it worked. So again, embrace the working to live rather than the opposite, right? We've talked about seize the next moment and do it differently. And that's the most important part of this is we're going to run into these situations again. We're going to run into these opportunities to have a tendency show up. What's the tendency going to be? Surprise your employees and, go, wow, what happened to Mason? All of a sudden he's all, Mr. Smiley and happy-go-lucky, right? So, see where that can go and just seize the very next moment you have that situation to do over, because God bless you, you got a chance to do it over. Right. So we look at that and just hope that those questions and that concept, we're trying to be really faster these last couple shows. It's summer, it's hot, just to give you something to chew on and think about and reflect on. And hopefully you'll find an epiphany moment in it all. So Lost in the Shuffle track today. We did Blind Faith last week, which was a super group, right? So we did Can't Find My Way Home. And Steve Winwood came from Traffic, which is one of my favorite bands, second favorite band of all time. And so they really had a cool tune, came out in 1969 on the Last Exit album, right before Stevie Winwood went to be with Ginger Baker and Eric Clapton over at Blind Faith. And this tune is called Shanghai Noodle Factory. And I hope by the time this episode airs that the Shanghai lockdown situation's done and gone and over. But I feel so terrible for everything that's going on there. My heart goes out to those people. It's a terrible situation. But the Shanghai noodle factory, I hope those people get a chance to do over and to do things right the next time they have they have the lockdown staring them in the face. So, at any rate, these guys are 2004 Hall of Famers, and we love them. Traffic, Shanghai Noodle Factory, Stevie Winwood, Dave Mason, what a great performer. Jim Capaldi and Chris Wood formed this awesome band. Enjoy it. And we always say, if you want to improve the results of your business and improve the how, it is the team of horses pulling the results cart. It really is. So it's an experience, a customer experience zone we're in right now. And unfortunately, perception gets in there, and perception can become reality in business. And what they perceive to be getting from you is the reality that they live in when they measure your company. You have to kind of understand that it's happening. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. So we've got to be focused on, increasing and enhancing and really getting these customer experiences down tight. So again, want to improve the results, improve the how. And we hope some of today's concepts will help you in improving that how. We invite you to be a keyboard digger, man. There's so much information out there. You don't need TV and cable news to tell you what's going on. You can dig for it. You can find it on your own. It's probably better information than you would get anyways. We need truth tellers. We need people coming up the pipeline in politics and business that really hold the truth near and dear and want to be truth tellers. We're sick of the lies. We're tired of it. We don't need it anymore. So we invite you to do that. We invite you to pick up a Bible. You want a great book? You want great stories? Wow. They're in there. Pick it up. It's awesome. Pray. We've never needed prayer in this world any more than now. So we invite you to be prayer warriors and love the Lord God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And wow, you will see some changes in your life, I'm sure. But at any rate, we love you. Thanks so much for sticking with us and for joining in. Remember, the Ticket to Ride's free, always free. Every Thursday morning, 6 a.m. we come out. We will see you next Thursday in 168 hours from now. Thanks.